What's going on, guys? Lucas here to bring you another video of things you can watch. So I'm here to give you 5 recommendations of movies that are coming to HBO Max in the month of August. Yes, I know that it is August 1st already whenever you are seeing this, so some of these titles may be available right now. If not, you may have to wait a little while into the month to see them, but here are 5 recommendations of things coming to HBO Max in the month of August in 2022. Alright guys, let's go ahead and jump right in. My first recommendation for the month of August in HBO Max is going to be the premiere in the first episode of Industry Season 2. If you haven't caught up on Season 1, now would be a great time. That entire first season is actually streaming right now on HBO Max, but Season 2 will be premiering each week on HBO. This financial drama follows a group of young, passionate, hardworking, and overworked young people who are trying to make a name for themselves in the financial sector. Now, things have obviously been going awry in our real world. We've been suffering through a pandemic, and this show is choosing to acknowledge that. We pick up with our main character as things are starting to unfold during the pandemic, or right thereafter as she's beginning to go back to work. So, each week on HBO Max, check out Industry. Alright guys, let's go ahead and keep this moving. My number 2 recommendation isn't actually just one thing. It is actually a series of things that throughout the month will be added to HBO Max. HBO Max is actually picking up a lot of movies by the company A24. If you don't know anything about A24, they are an amazing indie film company who have produced some quality work over the years, which will actually segue into my actual number 3 recommendation, which is Belfast. This black and white movie was actually nominated for an Oscar this past year, and it was actually something that I didn't get around to watching, and I'm very eager to watch this coming out on August 5th. This entire movie follows the life of a working family in Belfast as the troubles are occurring in Ireland. It is through the perspective of a 9-year-old boy. So it's getting ready to experience the world through eyes that maybe we don't remember what it's like. How does the things around us and society's changing affect us as we are growing up, especially when we are at a very vulnerable age? So Belfast is an A24 film that will debut on HBO Max on August 5th. But keep your eyes out on everything coming to HBO Max because, like I said, A24 will be having a good amount of movies coming out this month exclusively on HBO. And number 4 thing coming to HBO Max that I recommend you can actually be eager to watch is, yes, it is sports related. I'm sorry if you're not a fan of sports, so you might just give this one a pass, but it is Hard Knocks, and this year we are following the Detroit Lions. If you do not know what Hard Knocks is basically a behind the scenes of getting ready for the NFL football season. So for fans of football, for fans of sports, and for fans who just want an inside look at some of the inner workings of a professional team and what professional athletes go through to get ready for a season, this is a great deep dive. Hard Knocks is actually debuting on August 9th on HBO Max following the Detroit Lions. Alright guys, and my final recommendation for the month of August on HBO Max is none other than House of the Dragon. Yes, the long-awaited Game of Thrones prequel following the Targaryens is set to debut on August 21st. I imagine this will be coming out weekly, so we'll have something to continuously be watching. This series is going to be set well before the events of the Game of Thrones show that we all know and love, and will be following the Targaryens during the times of their civil war. This series will be based loosely off of, or just following along the guidelines of, the book Fire and Blood that was written by George R.R. Martin. So if you want to have a little bit of a sneak peek about what's coming, go ahead and pick up that book, give it a read. It is a pretty easy read, but it is written very much as like a history book because that is what it is. It is a documented series of events about the Targaryens, and that is what this show will be. Following the Targaryens and their rise to power, the struggle about the inner workings of what power can do to a family, and yes, there will be dragons.